When my feet first touched a Canada shore, I threw myself on the ground, rolled in the sand, seized handfuls of it and kissed them, and danced around, till in the eyes of several who were present, I passed for a madman. Those are the words of Josiah Hensen, an American slave who found freedom in Upper Canada. Josiah is the most famous and controversial slave to come to Canada. It is rumored that Harriet Beecher Stowe's novel Uncle Tom's Cabin was based on Josiah. Josiah was born on a plantation in Maryland on June 15, 1789. He learned about the cruelty of slavery early when his brothers and sisters were sold. His father also tried to defend his mother from the insults of an overseer. For that, Josiah's father received 100 lashes, and his ear was cut off. Josiah ended up growing up alone with his mother. When he was old enough, he was sold to another plantation owner. At the age of 21, he married. He and his wife had 12 children. 8 of them survived. Because Josiah worked hard and was loyal to his master, he was put in charge of the master's farm. Later, Josiah's master got into debt and had to sell his farm, so Josiah went to work for the master's brother in Kentucky. Josiah, his family, and 28 other slaves traveled by foot to reach the Kentucky plantation. While in Cincinnati, the other slaves encouraged Josiah to follow them to freedom in Canada. But because Josiah was loyal to his former master, he refused and turned the other slaves in. Josiah stayed with his new owner for 3 years. In that time, he moved from field hand to manager to unofficial overseer. He was also given more spare time. He used this time to become a Methodist Episcopal preacher. He saved his earnings so he could buy his freedom. They agreed on a price of $450, but Josiah was illiterate, and his new owner cheated on the documents. When Josiah found out about the betrayal, he planned his escape. Choosing a day in September of 1830, when his owner was away, Josiah fled with his family, hiding by day and traveling by night. For 3 years after, Josiah worked as a farmer in Upper Canada near Fort Erie in Niagara. His 12-year-old son taught Josiah how to read, and he became the local preacher. Josiah would encourage blacks to save their money, buy land collectively, and farm. Josiah began having the idea of developing a self-supporting black community. He formed the Don settlement in southern Ontario. Josiah had strong convictions that he preached about on his widespread travels. They were the importance of farming, owning land, and British patriotism. Josiah Hensen's last words were on May 5, 1883. I'm Donna Kakonge. John Ware stands out in the